Right, I'm guys in. I'm just going to carry on from yesterday. Working on the switch. Now I've got the standard back to standard. I can work on the switch mod tune. At the moment the engine's just running to warm up. I've written out the tune for the air fuel ratio, going up to 8,000 RPM. So I'll have to change the rev limiter and the air fuel ratio base map to start with, obviously. That's all I've taught myself so far. Unplug my Ansel gauge so I can plug the cable in. Get the MEMS 3 software running. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. Close that. MEMS mapper for all regular ECUs. Right. I want tools. Ah, I haven't read it yet, have I? Wonder if it'll read with the engine running. Oh, it doesn't like it with the engine running. Alright, let's put her down to ignition. Switch the interior heater off. Ignition on. Tools. Read. Error starting communication. Wonder why that is then. What's going on? See if the COM port is correct. That's right. That one's right. Oh, this is quite interesting. Maybe the ECU needs resetting. Well, you know, activating because it's gone to sleep. So, what I'll do there. Switch it off for a moment. $21,000, $22,000, $23,000, $24,000, $25,000, $26,000, $27,000, $28,000, $29,000, $30,000. Right, so let's see. Read. Ah, she's working that time. So the ECU had gone to sleep, apparently. So it's just reading the map. I'll put the switch on, I guess. I guess the first thing to do is check the switch is working. So to do that, I'd set the modified ECU tune to have 1500 RPM, and then write that, and then I should be able to see a change when I do the switch. It's a bit dark in here today, isn't it? It's a bit later in the day. Probably shouldn't have started so soon. But I think the camera will be quite good. At low light. I want to do dip beam headlight reaction with other vehicles, because people aren't used to spotlights having high beam and low beam. So driving around on low beam, see if it affects anybody or if everybody's just completely fine with it. I have changed the lenses to UK lenses rather than the European American ones that came on them. It's worked out that I've spent £200 on the Sim 7-inch H4 spotlights, and it's only £300 for the Pia ones, and they've got covers and everything. That's including heat shrink, insulation tape, nuts, bolts, wiring loom, bulbs, lenses, even heat shrink, so the insulation tape. A lot of things I had, like Jubilee clips and bits of wire. Just waiting for the green bar to finish. Just zooming up on the second one now. Tells me it's the standard tune, so I'll go up to tools. I suppose I better do this kind of so tools, project tools, install map switch. Oh no, patch. What is the patch actually? So oh, it reckons my alternate map is called Stan as well. That's quite funny. So now right, so where are we? Tools, project tools, switch maps, I guess. Map 2. I want to call that mod. What I want to do with this, let's change the scaler for the rev limiter. Which will be in bold writing. There's a couple at the bottom that we change. First one is engine capacity. Just keep scrolling down. Then it's when the fan comes on, the flywheel missing tooth. Keep scrolling down, immobilizer, MPI rev limit, there we are. So I'll change that to 8000, like the MG Cup cars in 2000. And then rev limiter, the minimum RPM. I'll change that to 8000 as well, because that's what I did last time. Right, so now we go over to tables, Actually, I'm going to look into tools and check that my project tools has got the tick box for install map switch. Yeah, it has. That's alright then. And so fueling base map, we need to right click on the rev range from 2500 to 6750 and select edit axis. Right click and then select edit axis. Now, ideally I would like to add an extra layer, but we've got edit axis, raw values, definitions, insert axis value, delete axis value. So I don't know what would give us an extra layer. But I know what I want, so start off with changing the 2500 to 3000. Change the 3000 to 3500. $3,750 to 4,000. $4,500 in the right place. 5,000, 5,500. So 5,750 will be changed to 6,000. $6,000 will change to 6,500. Didn't like that. It said the value was out of sequence, so I'm just going to drop down to the bottom one. Oh, I see the problem. Maybe it's because the value of the next one was only 6,250, so just going down to the bottom one to see if I can check that up to 8,000. Not a problem. It's a 6,500 to 7,500. $6,250 to 7,000. And 6,250 to 6,500. Remembering that was going to be changed up to that from 6,000. So, right, so that's done. Now I've just got to, I'll show you there. Enter the, I wonder if I remembered my tobacco this time. Oh, did I just switch my computer off by accident? Why did my computer just die? I pushed the power button by accident. That's annoying. Let's come back on anyway. and we're still in the program. I must have tapped the power button by accident. Made me worry. I'm gonna have to try a bit of light. It's not much, but it's all we can do at the moment. Now, my scales aren't the same as the MGTF. Mine are in like 20-40% of power range, 40 to 60 power range, 60 to 80 power range, and 80 to 100 power range. So I'm going to have to adapt for that sort of thing. Obviously 100 being full open throttle. I hope everybody's enjoying Special Stage on YouTube today. Some wonderful rally action at, is it Brands Hatch or Donington? I don't remember. I always mix up things like that. So when I was trying this out, I first tried it with a 7100 rev limit, like the 160 variable valve timing engine. And as I pulled up Hugh Bailey Hill in Pentracourt, second gear, it got up to about 6,800, and it felt a lot of power compared to the build up to it. Standard rev limit is 6,750, and then by the time it got to 7,000, 7,100, it picked up the power again. And I was wondering, why has it done that? And when I looked at the computer, the next table down from base fuel map was the ignition timing. So, and obviously that was still set to 6,750. So that's what we'll have to do next after I've completed putting all the figures in for this table. Oh, I forgot again to just change the idle speed to show that it's working. I know yesterday's tuning, putting it back to standard, works because the rev limiter went only up to 6,750. So. Right, let's get on with this whilst I can still read, because I need to be able to read the figures that I'm putting in. So I'm losing the figure 2,500 and replacing it with 3,000. Right, filled in the base fuel map. Now I want idle rev, I guess, to show that it's working. Target idle speed. Well, I better write this down so I've got the standard figures. Minus 20 Celsius, 1250, 0 Celsius, 1250, 20 Celsius, 1150, 60 Celsius, 950, 80 Celsius, 850. We'll change them. 1500. Right. We'll write this then. Are we actually still on mod 2? We are. Right. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it flipped back to map 1 for some reason. I don't know, but that's what it did. Remember him saying on an earlier video from a couple of years ago that you don't need to do it for both, it does them for both. So I'm writing it and we should be good, in theory. It's got pretty dark. Thank you for bearing with me whilst I adjusted my base fuel map. Just wanting to see if it works basically, because it's not in live mapping, but I think it's either or, you know, a switch or live mapping. So I haven't clicked to remove the patch for the switch, I've left it on. I'm not sure if that's correct yet, but we'll see. Obviously we're running into darkness now. The cameras are good, but not sure it's this good. But it's something to watch. And learn from my mistakes or progress. Certainly not a tuner, just learning how to use the MEMS 3 software. And today I did a switch tune, second one with a different fuel map, base map table. But I am interested why it says it's switched back to map hash 1 when I went to write. So that's something I'm going to have to work out. It won't be today because we're out of time. Special rally stages on YouTube. Well, it says it's all there on the thing. Alternate map mod, active map stand. Okay. Switch it off. Wait 10 seconds. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. No, ignition on. That down to there. It's revving at about 1,000, so to tools, project tools, switch map, mod, there we are. So let's try that again. One thousand, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Oh, she's running at 1,500 now. Switch has worked. Excellent. Well, thank you for bearing with me. I'm Gajen. Please like, comment and subscribe. If you don't know how to subscribe, all you do is make a Gmail email account with Google, write down your email address, write down your password, enter it into YouTube, and then you're able to subscribe. Thank you for bearing with me, thank you for watching my channel, and hopefully see you next time. We'll get on with some new tables next time. I'll just have a look what tables is the next one, because there's air fuel base map, that's the one we've done. There's the fuel injectors base scale factor, there's fuel injectors flow rate, fueling VE volumic efficiency, target idle speed, ignition timing base map. Now that's the one I know we're going to have to do because it's only going up to 6,750. I've told this tune to go up to 8,000. Right, thanks for watching. Have a good day.